Hello, good members. Welcome back to RGT to 1K. We are at 848 on the ladder. We are 8-2 in our last 10 matches, so we're back on the winning path. We've only got about 150 left to go, so hopefully trying to get this wrapped up a little bit before we get a concrete announcement about the new ban list, and the season is over. Made one change to the list. I finally cut the Messenger of Peace for a second copy of Brain Control. I don't know how much Messenger of Peace has actually come up in this series, but it feels like it hasn't really done a whole lot. Like, I can remember sometimes where it's definitely stalled for a little bit, and that's pretty good, but I feel like it hasn't done too much, and second copy of Brain Control that we've seen before has done pretty good work. Obviously, this card's just kind of busted whenever you're playing Monster Gate, tribute monsters like Jinzo and Blowback Dragon, so wanted to give that a shot in the side. Do have the swords still in the main. This card seems pretty good in the last video, so gonna keep going with it. But yeah, that's the deck. Not too many changes. Hopefully the wins don't change as well, and we can keep trusting in the gears and moving up on that ladder. So let's get into the matches. All right, match number one, and yep, 1395. I'm gonna say I recognize this name as someone who frequents the top of the ladder. So we're getting a good test at the very beginning. I'm not sure exactly what this duelist plays. I think it's Turbo. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've played against them. But yeah. I like these sleeves a lot. Is it Galaxy Cyclone? Cosmic Cyclone? It's one of the two, I think. Forgive my not incredible knowledge of some of the newer-ish cards. We are going to face down a turn 1 duo, which is not ideal, and they hit our reasoning, so I'm just going to get rid of the Jinzo. We've got, I mean, not great stuff left. Can't really complain about having a Monster Gate, but we really needed the reasoning there. Alright, we do see a T set, and we see an extra set. Okay. Alright, limiter removal is a card. I think I'll just set the ring here. I think it's fine. We'll pass the turn. If we can get something to get this Monster Gate going, then maybe we're doing all right. But, you know, facing down a turn 1 duo is never exactly what you want to see. And opponent has Spy. Okay. Hopefully no other normal summon here. I think I am. Maybe I don't ring one of these. It's playing with fire a little bit, but man, not really. I'm just going to take the damage. Maybe we need ring to combine with this limiter removal to push through some extra damage or something here. We're still in Stein range. But, I mean, we need to draw something on the next turn. The opponent adds some Thunder Dragons to hand. Sets another monster. Sets another back row. Okay. And Demock's not really the card I was hoping for. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess we really needed that reasoning, didn't we? Okay. That's how it be sometimes. Feels like that's how it's gone for the last, like, however long in the series. But that's okay. This deck, you know, is going to face... maybe I wasn't supposed to ring here. Whatever. I think I'm supposed to. It's fine. If they summon out a Chaos Monster, we're kind of... Well, yeah, they would deal... whatever. They have Thunder Dragon to tribute over one of these anyway, so giving them a Dark's not really the end of the world, but we are dead here. That's fine. Put us out of our misery. Let's go to game 2 here, and I'm just going to side in the mind controls like I have been and call it a day. My eye itches really bad, so let's take off these glasses and fix that real quick. You all are welcome. You'll have the inside scoop on what's going on with me in my life, and that is my eye itches. Like I was saying, yeah, the deck is going to see some negative variance. That's just, you know, part of it. And that was definitely a non-game there. Not much you can do. Okay. I could just discard Jinzo here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've got Prima for it. Sure, I don't really need to set any of these cards, so let's just get rid of the Jinzo. Pot of Greed looking pretty good there. Hopefully we don't get duoed. We've got Giant Trunade, Snatch, Prima, Reasoning with a limiter. All right, we could do some stuff here. That is for sure. Face down monster to be expected. Ooh. Well. Yeah, let's mind control this. See what's up. If we hit off of reasoning, we could just win the game here. Spy. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for it. Let's throw down this Trunade. And throw down reasoning, as long as the opponent doesn't call this correctly. So what do I call here? Good question. Call 4. They see Jinzo, they see Mind Control. For some reason, I think you're on Stein Gate. You might be right. I'm not, well, I guess I'm not on Stein Gate. I'm on Machine Gate, if you want to. I think they're two different things. Stein Gate is the more sort of like control-y sort of thing. Okay. They call 2. We hit Facilier. We have won the game. Very nice. I like the opponent typing out their reasoning, though. That's kind of cool. You don't see that a whole lot. Yep, I've got the limiter. So 2 non-games sort of back-to-back. Okay. I guess you could call this Stein Gate. I sort of differentiate it like the Matt Uber builds I would call Stein Gate. And this I call Machine Gate, but differentiate them however you want. Really. I play 2 copies of Stein, so sure. Let's just run it back. I think everything's okay here. Hopefully we can have another busted draw like that one. Would be nice. If we win here, oh, okay. Just need to see like a Trunade. No! No. Hit meta or Stein. Oh, that's gonna hit limiter. Okay, I think I'm just gonna get rid of the meta. I know I have Prima for Cyberstein, but maybe I draw into a reasoning. I need to have the Prima. Our opponent leading on pot duo is pretty good. That's a very good way to beat any sort of reasoning gate deck. And then there's Thunder Dragon. Do we have Graceful Charity to follow it up as well? We sure do. All right. All right. Full Trinity Thunder Dragon turn 1. That's... Sure. What do you do? Not a damn thing. No draw and lock bird in this format. God, don't have a Trap Dust Shoot as well. Oh, Monster Gate? They may have Solemn Judgment. That would be annoying. But I'm going to Pot of Greed here. See what's up. They're thinking about solemning it. Don't solemn my Pot of Greed. Okay. Reasoning and Trunade. Okay. Okay. That's really, 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 really good. That's like the best Pot of Greed that we could have asked for, I suppose. If I Reasoning first, does my opponent Judgment it? Or do I just play the giant Trunade and then try to play through everything else? I think I'm going to play Reasoning, as I think my opponent's going to call 2 here. And if they Solemn Judgment, then I can follow up with giant Trunade. And try to win. And we'll see here. They call 6. Okay, that also makes sense. Any Demox. Okay, they called it correctly. There's the Jinzo. Damn. They have to have a Solemn Judgment over there, right? How do I beat that? Since she can't stop Solemn Judgment. I summon Cyberstein. This is tough. I could summon Cyberstein first, though. But I don't want to. I think I'm just going to lead on Prima. See if they have an out other than Solemn Judgment. They have MST. Okay. I'm just going to True Nade. Like, if they... Maybe I was supposed to True Nade first. Maybe they wouldn't Solemn Judgment it. I feel like they do. I was trying to just bait out the Solemn Judgment, but maybe I was supposed to just lead on True Nade. There is indeed a Stein in hand. The opponent is correct. Really need this Monster Gate. I don't know. I think we're just in a bad position here. But the reason that yeah, they are going to throw off the Solemn Judgment. Okay. So let's summon Stein. And, God, Gatling Dragon is very risky here. Sinchi gets 2 activations. If I can hit exactly Demock. Damn. I'm just going to go for Gatling Dragon, I think. All right. Let's go Gatling Dragon. 1 heads. All right. There's the heads on the first one. 2 tails. There's 1 tails. Okay. 1 more. 1 more Gatling Dragon. 1 tails. Damn. Okay. Get rid of the Deco. I'm just going to attack with the Gatling Dragon here. Yeah, right into Saku. Okay. I mean... If I True Nade first, given that they had, you know, MST, Saku, whatever, they probably still Solemn Judgment, and I don't think that turn works out. So them calling the reasoning correctly was just unfortunate for me. All right, Facilier's the fine draw. So let's just go ahead and Monster Gate. We hit Demock, which is pretty good. Interesting. I could get back Pot of Greed. I could get back Mind Control, take their monster. I think I'm going to do that because I feel like if it was a Deco... Yeah, I'm going to get back the Mind Control. I think this is totally fine here. Give me this. Moth? Tsukuyomi. Interesting. I'm gonna attack. Okay. Alright, have your Sook back. Just unfortunate on the brain control there. Like, I could have gone for Pot of Greed or, like, anything else, but I think we're just going to lose this one. Yes, flip Sook up, flip the Spive down. Okay. Mind control. Well, that's not going to do it. All right, we're out of here. We lose 16. Yeah, that sucks. We're back down to 832, but... That's all right. I mean, the opponent led on turn 1 Trinity. They called our reasoning correctly. They had Solemn Judgment with a back row just full of really, really good cards. You could probably just, like, play that 1 turn any way and just lose it. Like, I know they've got a Solemn Judgment down. The opponent's very good. Like, they're not going to bite on the Solemn Judgment unless it's, like, really calculated. So, yeah, I think even if I led on Giant True Nade... Because, like, I think if I lead on the Giant True Nade, they just Solemn it, then I have to fight through the rest of their backers. I think the best way is maybe be able to pull out the Solemn Judgment, and I think going Reasoning first is the way to do that. But the opponent called 6. We did hit the Jinzo. If we go into something like Demock, and we're able to get this Heavy Storm back, then we can pull out the Solemn Judgment with the Heavy Storm, then we can Giant Trunade and maybe try to win the game from there. But it didn't work out. Just a little bit of some unfortunate circumstances, but that's fine. That's fine. We're at 832. No shame in losing to 2 games like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get another one. All right, match number 2 here against Juice. 478 elo. I would like to gain another 478 elo, please. RGT to 1300. All right, pretty good hand here. Can't really complain about this. All right, another Reasoning and a Monster Gate. Okay, very good. Third draw. There we go. I'm just going to get rid of Blowback here. And I guess I'm just going to get rid of Meta. All these other cards I think are quite good. And Meta's kind of not great here. So we'll just set the jog, pass the turn. We've got Heavy Storm with a whole bunch of follow-up. Hopefully we can push some non-games in our favor in this one. All right, see a couple of back row and a Rhoda. Okay, we got Donald coming down. Not a big fan of setting the back row first, but it's like they're not playing around. Yeah, they're not playing around Dust Shoot unless I set all 3, but I'm going to jog here. I'd like to protect all of these cards if possible. Yeah, would love for them to hit this meta here. Awesome, fantastic. Jar of Greed did its job. And, ooh, Pot of Greed follow-up as well? I mean, we're going in there, right? Let's play this Heavy Storm. If they have a Solemn Judgment, that's fine with me. Ooh, they don't. Okay. This could be quite a big turn. We set the Mirror Force and... what was this other one? Call of the Haunted. All right. Very nice. Get some draws with the Pot of Greed. Limiter removal is exactly what I want to see. Metamorphosis number 3. I guess could be all right if we hit a Demock here. But let's slam down Reasoning. Opponent has... I guess I could look at the Blowback and think that we're on, yeah, machines, but they call 4, so we're going to hit something here. We hit Facilier. Very nice. And, I mean, we've still not really shown concrete evidence of machine, but I'm going to throw down another Reasoning, see what they call here. They call 4 again. Awesome. Beautiful. Second Facilier. Thank you. Come on down. And I will Snatch Steal your Donzalug. And I am going to Monster Gate it off just to help play around Kuhb the best I can here, if it's possible. All right, Cyberstein, sure. All right, opponent's out of here. We saw Donzalug and some traps. So, probably a warrior deck. Let's bring in the usual suspects here. Cut the usual things. And so we've had pretty much nothing but non-games. I guess, like, I wouldn't say the third game against Turbo was a non-game necessarily. It was pretty close. Just because, you know, the opponent opened on full Trinity Thunder Dragon, called a Reasoning correctly, and just had, you know, Solemn Judgment with a full back row to basically make it so I never did anything in that game. But yeah, we'll take these. This is a nice little game 1, and we'll see what the opponent's got for us here in game 2 and 3. They are taking a bit to side. That's totally fine, but here we are. Moving on into game 2. Okay, this hand's not amazing, but can't really complain about Scapegoat, Royal Decree, Kaiku. Okay. All right, meta's pretty good too. Awesome. Pick up a nice little +1 here. Little Trap Dust Shoot action, not doing a damn thing. I think I'm going to set all 3 of these because I really, really want to protect the Scapegoat from potential Dust Tornado. And if the opponent plays a heavy storm, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. But the Scapegoat looking very good here to go along with this Metamorphosis. Maybe we get value out of Mirror Force as well. Before we flip the Decree, I don't mind flipping Mirror Force on the Kaiku attack. Just, you know, keeping my life points up. That seems pretty good. Especially if they don't summon anything. If they summon something first, then yeah, I'll just blast off this Mirror Force. They probably have Solemn Judgment for it, but, like, that's fine. Not too worried about a Solemn Judgment here. We'll see. Would you like to take your turn, opponent? Maybe? Give them a little bit longer, and I'm going to ask if they're there. They are typing. Okay. No problem. Dust Tornado hits Mirror Force. That's fine. I would rather keep my other two. I guess they just had to do something really quick. No big deal. Would you like to summon another monster? Rhoda. Okay, that's fine. Donald? DD Warrior Lady? Exiled Force. That's fine. Enter battle phase. I'm going to activate Royal Decree just in case that's a judgment back there. Okay. And I'll go ahead and Scapegoat. If they want to sack the Exiled Force to eat a third goat, that's fine with me. I've got a meta here that I can then just take the Kaiku. Now Exiled Force being gone is actually pretty good. They are going to eat another goat. Okay. Do we have a way to get rid of this other one? Smashing Ground. Okay, sure. Maybe I was supposed to take the 1800? I think it's fine maybe to not, but I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into like the Smashing Ground potential there. It was pretty, I don't know, it was pretty telegraphed maybe. Even then, like, they gave up 2 resources just to get rid of goats. So, like, card-wise, that's a fine trade for me. And now, really, all I need is, like, any sort of monster. I can take care of this Blade Knight as well. We're out of Stein range now, but I only have 1 in the deck. So I don't think it's really that bad. I guess, like, best case, we draw into a Demock here. Vortex away the Demock, get it back. Limiter. Okay, not quite. But I guess I will just Lightning Vortex here. So I don't die. I really like the meta here. I think I'm actually just going to get rid of the Heavy Storm. Because if I draw into Facilier, I've got Summon Facilier, meta, Prima back. No, I drew the Demock this turn? Okay. I guess I'll pass the turn. I wanted that last turn. Okay. I see. Now we can't use the Prima at all. Beautiful. And we draw Blowback Dragon. Fantastic. It's incredible. Alright. I'm going to set all this stuff, and I'm going to pass the turn, and we're going to lose game 2 here. Wow. Well, I guess, so had I taken the 1800, and then I'm left with some goats, then, my tear just gets Smashing Grounded, so I guess then I take less, and I can probably wait a turn to use the Lightning Vortex. Maybe I was supposed to just take the 1800 there. Also, like, I still think it's totally fine, though, to just let the opponent trade that many resources for a scapegoat and just hope to draw into something. His hand's not great. It's really close. I need like a scapegoat, a Facilier, something here. But yeah, Donzalug, come on down. Yeah, take the meta, that's fine. Come on, deck, let's go. Lemon. Alright, we'll pass the turn. What else we got? Rhoda, sure. Do we have a second copy of Donzalug in the deck? BD Warrior Lady, sure. I like, this is all fine. I'm not, like, I'm on a pretty fast clock here, and I need to keep a lot of these cards. Be careful. Careful with that on the ladder, opponent. Some people are going to shark you there. Ooh, swords. All right, swords is pretty good. Let's just throw that down. Hope it works out. Pass the turn. If the opponent has like Dust Tornado, another monster, we're just dead, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose. Pot of Greed. Yeah, where's my Pot of Greed? We can recycle the swords with Giant Trunade if we need to as well. Okay. DD Warrior Lady to defense. What about Donzalug? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Mirror Force. All right. I guess I'll set that in case the opponent has new set Dust Tornado for the swords. And I'll pass the turn. I mean, we've got a real shot to win here still. Double limiter goes a long way. We've got the Giant Trunade. Heavy Storm is not it. Though I guess like I can Trunade now and just reset. Swords, right? Now that I have the Heavy Storm. Awesome. Play the Heavy. Flip this up, please. Gimme, gimme. Asura Priest. Oh, okay. Awesome. Send that on back to your hand, please. And I've got 3 more turns of swords. As long as the opponent doesn't draw heavy, then we're fine here. Breaker? Okay, well, we're going to lose the swords, but now if we draw something to attack with, we are good to go. And I guess now, like, we're not, but I think I am supposed to Mirror Force there still. Torrential. Okay. That's not the worst. I'm going to set it. Hopefully the opponent summons another monster. MST, no. No. We haven't drawn anything to get anything started in this entire game. We're 12 cards into the deck. Yeah, there's Call of the Haunted. Are we dead? Got another monster? I do have another monster. Good God. All right, we're going to lose another 20. We're back down to 8-12. What do you do in this game? What do you do? Like, I literally couldn't do anything. I had no choices as the opponent just shows me all the cards I have, whatever. Right? Right? I couldn't summon a single monster at any point. I don't know. Oh, God. We're back down to 812. We are in danger. If we lose the next one, we go back below 800. All right, let's get another one. All right, match number 3. Can we get the good luck back on our side? Please? All right, opponent at 485 elo. We are at 812, of course. I want to turn things around. I mean, this hand's pretty good. I'm not going to do anything turn 1. In fact, I'm just going to click in turn. But, yeah. Let's see if things can turn around for us a little bit. We'll gain 1,000 life points. That's nice. What do we have to follow up the upstart? We've got a face down monster. Cool. We have a back row. Cool. All right, just the T-set pass. Jar of Greed. Would have loved to have seen that turn 1, but it's okay. Having a little bit of lag issues here. We did see that the Swords of Revealing Light was pretty good in the last game, so that was nice. It's just our deck outside of that just decided to, you know, completely fail us. That's all right. Like, at any point, if we draw any normal summonable monster, or maybe even like a Reasoning or a Scapegoat or something like that, we probably just easily win. Oh, retributing for Visor Shock? Okay, well, I'm just going to Jar of Greed in response. They're going to jog as well. That's fine. Another Reasoning? Sure. Yep. This could be like Steingate. This could be like the Dark Magician decks, something like that. Could be like a Sight Pile. We'll see. There is the Cyber Stein. Luckily, the opponent has already summoned this turn. All right, assuming we hit our Reasonings, there's a good chance we just win on the next turn. But, you know, we've missed on the Reasonings a lot recently, so take my 800. Heavy Storm. Okay. I think I'm just going to lead on that. Giant Trunade can be good with something like Premature Burial or something in the future. Scapegoat. Okay. That one's annoying. But I think I'm still going to try to go for it here. If we get into Stein, Gatling Dragon can do a whole lot of work. We are lagging quite a bit. We also have access to like double Gatling Dragon, so the opponent, the old lag, sorry. And here is the Reasoning. Let's say you, opponent. What level are we going for? There's also a chance that we can just get our opponent out of Stein range, which is quite big, knowing they have a Stein in hand. So we'll see what we can do this turn. They call 2. Okay, well, we do have Cyber Stein in the deck, but we also have Jinzo. So come on down, Jinzo, and then we'll Reasoning one more time. And they call 2 again. Okay. How about a Demok? Stein. Okay. They got me. God. Might just lose here, honestly. Wow. Scapegoat's gonna get me, huh? I guess I could just pass, right? Or I could still attack over Visor Shock. Let's attack over the Visor Shock. And then just pass. I don't really want to Monster Gate out the Jinzo, because if I get into Facilier, like, that's not doing anything more than Jinzo. So let's just pass. The opponent can't activate Stein currently unless I have a way to clear these goats. Monster Gate, sure. That still doesn't leave them with a spot for Stein. So that's pretty good. Though they could just, get into something to run over our Jinzo and then we just die. Okay, Sacred Crane, sure. Not too worried about that one. So this does just look like Stein Gate. Reasoning. I don't care about 10. I'm just going to call 8 here. I don't care if they hit a Stein. I don't care if they hit another Crane. I don't want to put the light in their graveyard, so I'm not going to call 4. Alright, they hit another Crane. That's fine. Not too worried about that. Yep, draw your card. No big deal. If I hit... Well, my life points aren't low enough to Megamorph limiter removal if I draw into a limiter. So that's unfortunate, but... Maybe I draw into a Cyberstein. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, they're going to Megamorph a Crane? Uh-oh. Yeah. That does make it pretty large. I guess it didn't really matter. We're just going to lose the Jinzo here no matter what. And do we attack with the other Crane? Yeah. That makes sense to me. Even though now the other Crane is 800 instead of 32. That's not really... Oh, sorry. That's not really that big of a difference. They changed it to 1600, but it actually goes back down to 8. Oh, Scapegoat. Scapegoat's a good draw here. Set Trunade, set Scapegoat, just if they do happen to play MST, which they probably don't, but in case they do, makes it a 50-50. I've got a backup Trunade here, so I think it's kind of free to do this. If they attack, oh, we're going to tribute. What are we tributing for this time? Bar shaft, no! Alright, I'm gonna have to take my 1900, so now I'm out of Stein range. That's unfortunate. But, yeah, draw your card. Damn. Bested by the Air Knight. That's fine. We still have Metamorphosis. We still have Megamorph if we get into really anything. And we've got a Monster Gate here, so like I'm not I'm not torn up too much by the fact that there was an Air Knight that got through. It just makes the Stein play well, non-existent. I was gonna say it makes it a little bit harder to do, but now we can't do Stein at all. Alright. Ooh. Snatch Steal, you say? Alright, well, I like that a lot. Just gonna flip up Giant Trunade here. And I'm gonna Monster Gate into, hopefully, not Stein. Currently, we can Megamorph the Air Knight after taking it, and that's a guaranteed 38 over a token. If that's what we want to do. I don't think I'm supposed to meta here. I think I'm just supposed to Monster Gate and hope to hit anything that's not Stein. Oops, sorry. We get Facilier, which is pretty nice. And I guess we could snatch, see what we draw. So it'd be 19 if I make this 56. Tax over for 4,000. Doing some math here. That'd be 12 plus 38. It's 5,000 that way. If we do 19 plus 4,000 is 59. And take the Air Knight. I guess, like, if I draw limiter removal, I still have 2 in my deck. So I think I am going to Megamorph the Facilier here. Yeah. We can attack with the Air Knight first. And then I can just go into once the opponent takes a 1900. It has piercing. You still take your 1900, opponent. That's why we play Air Knight in this deck. Because it has piercing. But yeah, we're still, like, the Megamorph is still in range. And if I draw limiter removal here... Ooh, Graceful Charity. Okay, let's stack over this Crane. I can meta for either Dark Balter, or I can go for Last Warrior, but I kind of don't need to go for Last Warrior now, right? There's the limiter. Okay, so I guess this goes down to 1400 now. That's fine. Let's get rid of Scapegoat. And I guess we could just get rid of Limiter here. If I'm going to go into Balter, and I think I am. Yeah. The only problem with going into Balter here is I still have to clear these two. I think that's fine. Let's just go into Balter. I'm not worried about the Stein in the opponent's hand anymore. That's for sure. I think Balter with 3 activations here could just be huge, because this is RGT. It's not like the Last Will variant stuff that I was talking about that it could be at the beginning. I think we're all right here. We've got 1 Reasoning left in the deck, 2 Monster Gates left. Okay. No. No. Get rid of that. Reasoning, get out of here. I guess I do have to be careful, though. We've got this Facilier just chilling here, but we know 2 of these are cards that were set face down, so it doesn't necessarily mean they are not aggressive cards, but okay, we've got 2 Monster Gates left. The Reasonings are gone. Yeah, this looks pretty close to Mad Uber's deck. Book of Moon. Okay. They wanted me to spend some life first, but now Dark Balter is face down. We can't negate a Book of Moon. Do I have Dark Light? Okay. So I'm just gonna die to a BLS here. Did I forget to set my... I forgot to set my Jar of Greed. Uh-oh. Oops. Just now realizing that. I meant to set that. That's why I didn't discard it off of the Graceful Charity, but... Alright. I mean... Can we find a way to deal some damage here? That is the question. D-Mach is not that way. Alright. Oh, they can just summon Stein and kill me, I guess. Well, we'll see what we were going to draw off of the Jar of Greed to see if that even... Wow. I guess maybe I was supposed to go into Last Warrior. Yeah. Maybe Last Warrior was the play. Thought Balter would be good enough. I was wrong. Oh, they didn't summon Stein. Okay, we get another turn. Oh, also keeping Metamorphosis here would have been good. Maybe I just didn't take it BLS into account, I guess. All right, I'm not playing so well. That's okay. Blowback Dragon. All right, well, I still get to activate the Jog, I guess. And it wouldn't have helped last turn. Okay, Pot of Greed, pretty good, pretty good. Let's Giant Trunade, because I'm just going to have to do that anyway. Just to make sure, I don't know, maybe they've got some like random Solemn Judgment in the deck or something. Oh, it's so close. Not quite. All right. Well, I played this one not super well. I think that's probably been part of why this losing streak's happening. I'm just getting frustrated and not playing well. I'm gonna be real. I'm getting a little burnout on the deck. Not necessarily just on the deck, on the series, but that's okay. That's okay. We're trying to get the 1K here. It's the like we got so close, and then all of a sudden we're so far away. That's just, you know, not amazing. But we're playing against RGT. The old mirror match. We can take out these. I still like the ring, I think. Probably cut down on Trunades. The opponent said a lot, but I don't know how many like actual like traps they have. Cut 3 other cards. I guess I could cut Jinzo. Swords is okay. Like, they're gonna have Trunades, right? Maybe I could trim the swords. Trim Jinzo, trim a meta. I really like meta. It's just good for turn 1. Last Warrior. I just don't bring in the token Thanksgiving. That's fine. It's really good against the scapegoats, but... that's fine. I think I want to leave in the 1 Giant Trunade, 1 Heavy Storm. I think that's what I've been doing. That's fine. We'll see if we can get there. If not, I mean, we're probably going to drop below 800, and then my brain is just going to explode. Oh my god. Another one of these hands. Okay. Well, I mean, it's got all the potential in the world. I just need the opponent to put something face up. We'll see. I thought I was going to win that one, but then there's no guarantee that I win even if I go into Last Warrior there. But, I don't know. I felt like Balter would be enough, but it clearly wasn't, so. I could see how Last Warrior would have been a little bit better. Yeah, no face-up monster for the opponent. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Alright, let's set Mirror Force 2. Why not? And we'll see what the opponent does here. But, yeah, I think... I don't know. There have been a lot of games where it feels like I'm just getting incredibly unlucky and losing, but I could also see that maybe I'm not playing some of these very well at all. And I do believe I probably should have gone to the Last Warrior. I just did not take the BLS into account. And I was like, no, 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 no. If I go into Last Warrior, they still have the Book of Moon, right? Maybe it was correct to go into Last Warrior, but the Book of Moon got me. Huh. Either way. Interesting. Oh my god. Secret Barrel. Okay. Well, now we're out of Stein range. That's not what I expected at all. Huh? I'm gonna set Megamorph so I don't have to discard, but... oh my god. This is a version of the deck that I haven't really tried a whole lot. It's like the Matt Uber Steingate. It's a little bit more controlling. Every time that I have tried it, it's like I just can't win with it. It's too big brain for me. And since we got so close to the end of the series with Machine Gate, I just didn't want to just didn't want to switch over to a deck that I just can't seem to win with. I'm just going to discard D-Mock. I don't want to commit any more of these things to the field. Come on, deck. We're living on borrowed time here, right? The opponent just drops Trunade and kills me at some point. Or Heavy Storm. No, 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 no. I don't even have Scapegoat over here. No chain? We are chaining MST, okay? It doesn't matter. I'm not going to wait for them to target. They're all dead. Heavy kill me? I'll call 2. Because I... Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello? Air Knight. Okay, that's... fine. I'm not dead, I guess. Yet. What else do we have, opponent? All right, we're having to think. So maybe I'm not actually dead here. Yes. Oh. All right, they get to draw a card, and like I'm not like completely in the clear here because I don't have a Trunade or a Heavy Storm. A face down monster. Sangan? Is that you? Okay, so I guess I have limiter removal plus big bang shot, so I probably... I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the monster gates here. Because D-Mock is gone. Unfortunately, my Megamorph is gone as well. Megamorph would be so good here. I would just win the game more than likely. I can't really set Scapegoat because there's Air Knight. I guess I could. I'm just going to snatch the Air Knight. I think I'm going to attack with it to get an extra draw. To see what's up, and then I'll Monster Gate it off. Because I feel like that's probably Sangan. I guess this could also like get into something that I could just like tribute it for. It is Sangan, okay. Yep. You take 1,300. Upstart Goblin. Yeah, there's the Stein. I guess I'm going to try to get into Spell Canceller here. All right, I'll upstart first, just to see. Vortex. Okay, Vortex isn't bad. Let the opponent gain their 1,000. And yeah, let's try to get into Spell Canceller. Spell Canceller doesn't do anything against Stein, though, I guess, right? Maybe I wasn't supposed to do this. Oh, Stein on my own? That doesn't do anything either. Alright, I'm just going to put it in defense, and then I'm just going to set Scapegoat. Then I'm going to pass the turn, and I'm going to be happy, and everything's going to be great. And then on my next turn, I get to flip the Scapegoat, and then I get to Monster Gate a bunch. The hope getting into Spell Canceller there was that I could just put it in defense at the Scapegoat, let the opponent summon something off of Stein, pay 5,000 life points, and then run over the Spell Canceller, and then I could flip up Scapegoat, but probably wasn't correct to even go for that. I said gopher. Ooh, Snatch Steal my Stein. Okay, here you go. Enjoy. Tributing it. For Jinzo. That's fine. Now I can't... No, I can use my Monster Gates. Duh, I still have Scapegoat. Hana doesn't have a summon anymore. Chaos Monster, okay. Yep, BLS, come on down. Yeah, they're attacking with the BLS first, which is smart. God, now I hope I don't hit Spell Canceller at all. If I don't hit Spell Canceller, then I'm fine. Or I guess double Spell Canceller in a row, because I've hit one Spell Canceller, then I just Monster Gate it off. I also have Stein still in the deck. There's a chance I win here. But no, I guess if I hit one Spell Canceller, then I can't Monster Gate it off, right? God. I can't take the opponent out of Stein range with Spell Canceller either. Oh, this is bad. This is pretty bad. I have to Vortex first, but what do I pitch? I guess just Monster Gate. I could pitch Reasoning, I guess, but Reasoning helps me get into like a second thing. I just pitched the Big Bang Shot here, right? Unless that's Scapegoat. Fuck. I guess. Let's just pitch Big Bang Shot, I think. Because I'm not going to be able to kill through Scapegoat anyway, so let's just get rid of those monsters. Play Reasoning. Hope for no Spell Canceller off of this one. They call 8, but my 8's in the graveyard. Shit. I hit the Spell Canceller, so... I guess I'm gonna attack with it. If they summon Stein, I'm not dead to... Oh, they have Call of the Haunted? Oh, man. Guess I'll just die then. Alright. We'll pass the turn and I'll... I guess I'll just die. Oh, man. Yep, here comes the Stein. I guess pitching Big Bang Shot was correct then, right? I guess I could have set one of these, or all three of them. To bluff something? Man, the secret barrels. Hitting Spell Canceller there was just not it. We went forever not being able to use our Monster Gates. Alright. I mean... This is how it is, right? We're gonna go below 800 now. We go for King Dragoon? Sure. Doesn't matter. Alright, they did it. Yeah, we lose another 20. Things were looking up. We were 8-2. And we made it back up to 848, and now we're back down to 792 because we went 0-3. So we lost 56 elo. It's getting tough. It's getting tough. But I still enjoy the deck. Like, I like it. But, man, this has just been absolutely brutal run here for a while. Everything went really, really smoothly all the way up to 950. And then just the bottom just dropped out. But we've hit a new low. We're at 792. Shout out to Middle Class Rut, if anybody knows that band. Got a new low. All 52 cards in a row. Yeah. That's going to be the video. I don't think I can take any more today. 0-3, baby. Let's go. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.